How's it going, strummers? In this lecture, we will continue talking about elements of downstroke technique. We'll talk about two things: the bend of the wrist like this, um, and also how the elbow opens up. So every now and then I'll get a student that um, comes in kind of with this idea. If it's a one string riff, they might have their wrist bent almost the wrong way. Um, and it's not a bend of the wrist that we're after either. Don't overbend like this. It's more of the natural curve that happens when you just let your hand drop when you extend your forearm. If you want to build a good technique for guitar strumming, being concerned about relaxation is going to be a big priority. That's where a lot of these rules are coming from. How can you really be very relaxed and have just no pain or any kind of tension at all? So if you're just resting your forearm on the side of the guitar, on the body, and you just literally let the arm just rest, let all the weight of the arm drop, it should create a bend of the wrist. And when you strum, it should look like this. And not like this. To strum like this would introduce some tension. It does take muscle to hold the wrist straight like that. Next, we'll talk about the opening up of the elbow. For a 6-string chord, like I'm grabbing a G major chord here. If you're downstroking all 6 strings, you just need a motion that's big enough to feel relaxed and, get all 6 strings with the pick stroke. You can get it really with just turning the wrist and no elbow. It's possible. But you might find an even bigger, looser swing if you open the elbow at the same time as curving the wrist. So the elbow is the most closed when you're at the top of your curve, and then you let it all drop. So the curve drops and the elbow drops at the same time. And that gives you a big, loose swing. And as a beginner, that's what you need. That's like kind of the answer to the feel of strumming. Eventually, it won't be a stiff thinking about every small detail feel. It's going to be just a big, loosey-goosey feeling. It's often the case that I'll have a student come in that's strumming super stiff and just they just feel stuck. And that's what I'll tell them. Can you just forget about technique and get loose? Bend the elbow, strum really big and who cares? And just kind of try to have a little fun with it. Like strum so big that you miss even and discover that feeling. So that was a couple more downstroke elements, thinking about the natural bend of the wrist, and then the opening up of the elbow for a big 6-string strum. Thank y'all. That'll be all for this lecture. So really quick, I just wanted to let you know that this video is a sample video from my new online course that I'm working on. It's not complete yet. Called Strumming Is Drumming. Learn 51 easy guitar strum patterns. we'll be going over some strumming technique stuff and then 51 patterns from real music. These are what I think, after lots of research, I think these are the need to know 51 patterns. If you know these, you pretty much know it all. If you know anything about Udemy, they're gonna drop this price to $11.99 about once a week. So if you click the link in the description, it'll take you to Udemy, and you can just kind of like keep checking back for the price to drop.